Representing one of the greatest generations of all, World War II vets, many who are now in their 90s. And this morning, we're going to share one of their stories. We introduce you to retired Lieutenant Colonel Mike Reuter.
The bloodiest battle in World War II, the Battle of the Bulge. In 1944, in the wake of D-Day, it appeared German forces were retreating. But December 16th, Adolf Hitler launched a counteroffensive, catching Allied troops off guard.
They came through with a lot of tanks and armored units. They overwhelmed one whole American division.
Mike Reuter remembers it like it was yesterday. His scrapbook tells his story. It began when he enlisted shortly after World War II broke out. He was in his early 20s, a first lieutenant with the 509th Parachute Battalion, Company B. In February of '44, Reuter took part in the Anzio invasion in Italy.
Fought right here where I was wounded.
Reuter was hit 4 places with artillery, including his head. He recovered and rejoined the 509th. In December of '44, he received orders to go to France and push back German forces.
Oh, I remember it was very cold. It was down in the 10s and 20s. I found a dead German with American overshoes on. They're kind of galoshes. And so I took those shoes off him and I wore those.
Under his jacket, a scarf wrapped around his chest. But it wasn't just the cold they were fighting. It was 10 weeks of constant bombardment.
There were 150 in the company. And I was the only officer left. I only had a dozen men left out of that group. Now, they weren't all killed.
Right.
There were a number killed, there were a number wounded, and there were a number that had frozen feet.
In all, 19,000 Americans died in the Battle of the Bulge, making it the bloodiest battle of World War II. But the Allied forces persevered. The war ended. Reuter continued to proudly serve his country, another 2 years in the Korean War, and 23 years in the Army Reserve as a lieutenant colonel. Reuter did what many Americans did and continue to do: protect and serve.
I'm sure that if we got into serious trouble like we had and we were attacked from abroad, I'm sure that the country would come together.
These days, Reuter enjoys peace and tranquility. The fighting is over, but never forgotten.
Do you love your country?
Oh, yes.
Always a soldier.